What happened to all that was good in sports? I pulled over, by the way. I'm at a park at like 10 a.m. looking real nefarious because I had some thoughts in my head. By the way, I see some of the wildest stuff at a park. I'll go run sprints and things that shall not be mentioned I see at a park happen during the day. If you're parked at a park during the day, a public park, it's a dead giveaway you're up to something. Just a dead giveaway. If you don't have a dog with you and you're chilling, just in your car, dead giveaway. You're up to something, up to no good. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I wanted to share it with you because you guys care about me and my thoughts. And I've been thinking about the NBA viewership debate and all the stuff about baseball losing its luster and why football still has its luster and everything in between. And one of the big things is there used to be an aura of the unknown. Let's go back in time. 30, 40, 50, 60 years older than I am. There was a time where all that you knew about a place was all that you saw in pictures and magazines. Imagine going to New York. Just wrap your melon around this. Imagine going to New York and the only thing you've ever seen about New York is a picture of New York. Do you know how mind-blowing that would be? Seeing the ocean for the first time, going to California, the Sunshine State, seeing beaches. If you're from the Midwest and you only see snow and you go on vacation to California, to Florida, you pick your coast, you pick your warm destination, and you go and see beaches, and you don't ever see them moving. There's no moving images. You don't have a video to go look at. It's just you and some magazine and a picture of a beach. Nowadays, we get to put VR goggles on and experience everything. We're obsessed with experience to the point we lose the human experience. We're so obsessed with trying to experience everything that we lose all that is good with the unknown. There are no more first impressions. There are no more oohs and ahs. It's just kind of bland. It's all the same flavor. I remember when I went to spring training as 6 years old, 7, 8 years old, stayed at the Embassy Suites. I remember that vividly because I got Miguel Tejada's autograph on an Embassy Suite notepad and the cleaning staff threw it away thinking it was trash. And I cried. But I remember going to watch the Oakland A's play in spring training, and it was like watching real life superheroes play. Not because they are all monstrously yoked, but because you didn't see Miguel Tejada and your favorite players on the daily. There were no behind the scenes. There were no YouTube videos or social media pages to follow. You only saw Jason Giambi and Jeremy Giambi when they were at bat. And when you were close enough to catch a ball they might throw to you, or they might give you a high five or a point in the crowd, that meant something. Extend this further. I grew up in San Francisco, went to Giants games, would go watch BP. I would stand in the crowd of that Giants baseball game an hour and a half before my buddies just so we could try and catch a home run ball that someone was hitting batting practice or someone would throw a ball to us because that meant so much. It meant we were there. There weren't highlights you would watch. There weren't YouTube pages on any of this. There was an aura, an excitement, because when you went to that game, you were going to see something that you had not seen and could not see and probably will not see again for a while. It was a unique experience to you. I did not have my phone out. I don't even know if I had a phone. You didn't videotape things. The experience was part of the unknown. Was someone going to pitch a perfect game? Was someone going to get absolutely blown out of the first inning? Was someone going to hit a grand slam? Seeing a grand slam in person? Oh my goodness. Same thing goes for Portland Trailblazers. Also lived in Portland growing up. Went to go watch Trailblazers quite a bit. I remember there was a game where if you scored 100 points, it was chalupas, baby. Free chalupas, right? What's the free corn dogs? Not Ricky Bobby. The other one, semi-pro. I forgot his name. Will Ferrell says, corn dogs. Corn dogs, everyone. Bonzi Wells, there was 99 points, I believe, on the scoreboard. Blazers ball. Scottie Pippen had the ball. He doesn't want to shoot the ball to get 100 points. The crowd's chanting, chalupas, chalupas. Bonzi Wells takes the ball, shoots the three, makes it, and that place erupts. I remember it vividly. You can go look it up. I actually did a TikTok on this because someone's like, oh, that didn't happen. And I went and found the box score. I'm like, oh, it did happen. See? Gotcha. I have a memory. All right, I didn't make it up. Deal with it. But the point of it was the aura, the excitement. Going to an AAU game. AAU tournament. Who's going to be there? What's going to be? Oh, my gosh. Watching teams walk by when you're younger. And that guy's going to Oklahoma or Kansas. And you're like, this guy played in the minor leagues. Wow. There was an aura to it, and we've lost that. We've lost that, and I don't know how we get that back. We've lost that in society as a whole. We've lost that on so many levels, and I think it hurts a lot of things because we constantly experience things 15%, 20%. You see a concert on someone's story. You see this or that. You just see it. We're inundated with all this information and experiential stuff that there isn't anything to experience anymore. I don't mean that truly, because I do believe there's a lot to experience. But what I mean by that is that you know what's happening all the time. And sometimes if you think about just our general existence as humans, we didn't know what was happening all the time until like 15 years ago. It's a recent trend. It's not an old, a constant human civilization that, we always know what's going on. Imagine you had to look at the weather in a newspaper. You had to see if someone got traded based on the newspaper or listen to the radio. Oh my gosh, how times have changed. I remember having car magazines growing up, be like, wow, was it the DuPont Registry? Is that what it's called? Something like that? Some DuPont? I'm not sure exactly what it's called. I'd get it when I was on vacation. I thought it was the coolest thing. I look forward to it. Every vacation. I'd get this big car magazine and look at it when I was on vacation. I'd draw the cars and think about the cars. And nowadays you can just Google cars and you'll find whatever the heck you want. So part of what's going on is we've lost a luster and an aura. And because of that, it is so easy to do twofold. One, we hunt for nostalgia, which is why I think trading cards and all that stuff that brings back the experiential aspect that you just might be void of, opening a box of cards and like you never, no matter what, know what card is in there. There's something addictive about that. And you have like, don't get me started on the whole sports betting stuff, what's going on there. I think people are seeking it out through other means. And I don't think we have it in the same way we used to have, sports be a major captivator of that in all levels. Now, football still has that because football is such a short window of games. There's so many players on it that it's almost difficult as a fan to keep track of all your players. I'm a fan of football, the general term of football. I'm not a fan of many players. I like to watch Lamar Jackson play because he's very exciting. I like to watch certain exciting players. For the most part, I'll just turn the game on and watch a game. Because it's the team that matters, then in football it's very hard because there's so many positions to appreciate. Like, I don't know how to appreciate a good offensive lineman. Sorry, I don't appreciate a good DN. And I know that gets pressure on the quarterback. A good corner, I have no idea. They're not even on the screen 90% of the time. A good wide receiver, only when they score touchdowns. Like, it's hard to tell. I guess you can understand a good quarterback, but I don't know how to read coverages. Point is, it's so almost complex that you just enjoy the experience of football itself because you can't really watch the individual football. It's such a team sport. So, I don't know how we get any resolution to this. I don't know what the end game is to this. I don't know what the end result of this happening. I don't think more and more experiences is better. Like, we keep trying to make new things and news media platforms and TikTok. I almost think, like I said, and the reason why I brought up this Unrivaled 3-on-3 league is we have to, in a way, I say we as a basketball community, bring back, we as a community, as a society as a whole, whoever, forget basketball, sports in general. Like, it cannot be about the flamboyancy of the sport, per se, where it's like how much swag I have. And don't get me wrong, I grew up in an era where it was cool to look cool, arm sleeves, big baggy t-shirts, baggy shorts, baggy whatever, tight top, baggy bottoms, you get your full length tights, whatever. But it was never about like a cool play as much as it is about like the game itself. I don't recall as a kid being like, that was a cool move I made. I actually don't remember any moves I made, even in college. Moves were not something that were clipped and put together. It was like the game itself. Scoring 25 points was pretty cool. Having a cool step back, wasn't worthwhile. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. I think it's something I want to chew on, but I want to share with you all here. And I don't even know what it ends up as, but I do think I can feel it coming to some sort of crescendoing of frustration. I think it's starting to reveal itself in terms of viewership and other things of that nature, and the commentary and what you see in society is a constant edginess that we have, I feel like, at times, simply because some of these things that we used to have in terms of captivating our own attention, our own excitement, our own oohs and ahs and wonder and imagination and the magic of it all is kind of gone. And here I am in a parking lot at a park at 10 a.m. It's like 2 degrees out, talking to a camera in a car, hoping to reach somebody because I obviously share the same opinions. Well, I share the sentiment. I share the same sentiment I share, obviously, so I'm sharing it. You get the idea. So I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go eat some food. Have a good one.